Let's do this.
There. Now.
Nice try. I don't think so. It's on.
Back off!
What a pain. Got this. Got this. Got this. You lost.
Nope. There.
No chance.
There. Nope.
Fire!
What a pain. What a pain. You're done. Got this. You're done.
This'll do it.
Let's go.
Fire!
What a pain.
Back off! Blaze!
Nice try. Shall we? What a pain. Got this. Got this. Got this. What a pain.
Now. There.
Back at you! Back
No
off!
chance.
Blaze!
Nice try.
Heal!
Nice try.
There. There.
Here. Ready for this?
Yeah! Back at you! Take this!
Now.
Yeah!
This'll do.
Back off!
Nice try. Ready for this? Break. No chance. I don't think so.
Fire!
What a pain. Got this. You're done. Got this.
There. There.
Let's go. What a pain.
Back off!
What a pain.
Now.
It's on.
Fire!
Nice try. Got this.
Now.
No chance. Nice try.
Back off!
This'll do it.
No chance. I don't think so.
Fire!
I don't think so.
Now.
What a pain. What a pain.
Now. There. There.
Shall we?
Back off!